because One Direction were all full up.
Kieran, as a young lad, would hang with my best auntie and uncle when Kieran's mum would go over their house and hang out and sing around the piano.
Okay.
And a couple of Christmases ago, I was having a conversation with that auntie, and my auntie said, "But what Kieran did you say that you were singing with?" And I said, "Kieran Allen," and she said, "Oh my goodness, he's basically family to us." So once was a family lost is now found. So
Okay.
that's kind of how it came up.
Okay.
Since 2010. Every sound that comes out of our speakers has been made by us. Predominantly Kieran. He makes all of the sound that comes out of our speakers, Kieran's done himself. He sits there and produces every one of our songs, every backing track, every hi-hat sound on the drums, every piano piece where he might be playing guitar and there's piano in the background. Kieran's played that. So the sound of Lost and Found is a lot of Kieran's hard work, but then together, vocally, what we put together and our harmonies together, I feel I'm really proud of.
Hopefully it's a sound that, being a cover band, you recognise the songs that are being played, but it's a combination of instruments and technology that is Lost and Found.
Okay.
A signature tune. I think if you're going to be talking signature tunes, it would definitely be a Crowded House number.
What did Hayley say?
I'm not going to tell you that.
No, I will say no. I will say no.
Okay.
Apart from, I tend to play Girl from Ipanema when there's a gap in proceedings. And actually, that's probably played more regularly than any other tune.
The influences are the songs that you hear that you love, or the songs that you remember from a particular time in your life, or a song that you hear when you're out and you go, "Oh, I love that song," and then that's what I would bring to the group, or he would bring to the group and say, "Hey, do you want to give this a try?" And what we think other people will love as well. So an influence would be something that you know the words to.
It's difficult. It's very difficult to pick the songs.
I didn't really get into music until I was about 9 years old and the Spice Girls were out. Prior to that, my influences were what my dad would listen to at home, which was Led Zeppelin and Deep Purple, and funnily enough Queen, which Queen now, as a duo, Lost and Found, have grown to love as well. So that's one of our bands that we love to listen to. So yeah, my influences have ranged from Led Zeppelin to Spice Girls. I loved listening to Jive Bunny as a kid.
Jive Bunny?
Yeah, Dad had a Jive Bunny cassette, which I've since learnt that Kieran has the same cassette and has also listened to it over and over again.
We'll find that out later on.
Look, I'm talking first and foremost John Farnham and Crowded House were my two, the very first albums I ever bought, you know, and two very different albums released in the same year. And from then on, you know, for the next, 25 years, they have been my staple sort of musical influence.
Okay.
There are others, but from early age, they are the ones that have been with me throughout my life.
Okay.
Love to do a Jive Bunny track.
Girl from Ipanema. Because two languages for a start. Bit of
Sinead O'Connor, just for the vocal aspect, with the more of a musical feel with... I'd love some Brian May guitar in there.
Okay. So Queen and Sinead.
In a mashup.
Yeah. So basically what I'm saying is your two strongest influences.
Oh, okay, because my answer was about to be the Hilltop Hoods and Nana Muscuri. So that's not what you're looking for, obviously.
Well, it's entirely up to you. But that I'd like to hear.
Queen and Crowded House. And I'll get back to you with what that might sound like at the end of the day. Hayley.
As much as it's hard to stand up on stage and sing in front of people,
Yeah.
with practice, that part gets easy. The hard part would be all the background. So it's all the stuff behind the scenes. And I've learnt how to do graphic design, for example. I've had to learn how to do all of that. And I've had to learn how to be a roadie. And I think that's another challenge in itself, is I now have to learn how to be a audio tech and know how to plug everything in, and I'm really grateful to have learnt that. But yeah, the challenges are putting the show together as two people, behind the scenes, setting up the stage, doing the promoting and doing the artwork and things like that, and getting known and being able to get out into pubs and call somebody up and say, oh, can I play there? I would say the most rewarding thing is definitely what you get back, and that is what you get back from the people that are watching, enjoying your show, getting up and dancing and singing along with a massive smile on their face. But the other things is the little comments that you get after the show, like, you were really great tonight. Just something like that is so rewarding, because they've made the effort to come up and say it.
The two most rewarding things for me about Lost and Found
Yes.
are being able to play music in front of and for people, and the other one, the other rewarding thing by far is watching Hayley develop as a singer and a performer. That's a reward for me in itself.
Okay.
And to be part of that.
Yeah.
You know, to be part of that.
Yeah.
You can see people in the crowd say, oh, I love this song. And then the next song, oh, I love this song. And they do it for so many of the songs. And you know that you're doing the right thing if people are saying that, because they don't have to. Let's say a beach towel. Just because I feel that after having a nice swim, you may need such a thing. Acts as a blanket. Later on you can burn it. A little bit of warmth. Hair tie. Hate leaving the hair down all the time. And let's go with... We do love our red wine.
We do.
Red wine, sit by the fire, hair up, red wine, fire. I'm liking it. Let's go with those three.
All right.
My family, a mobile phone with reception, and a steel drum band.
Albums, let's definitely Queen's Greatest Hits is up there. Jive Bunny and the Master Mixers. Can you see a theme happening? And let's go something for Mum. Human Nature, Dancing in the Street.
Crowded House, Crowded House. Queen Greatest Hits. And John Farnham Acoustic Chapel Sessions.
Kieran will hate me for it, but he's the fussiest eater that I know. And honestly, people may not know that about him because they don't eat with him. When we go out, you know, the pubs are so lovely and so willing to give you whatever you want, whatever meal you want. He will order just a plain white bread roll, thanks, and I'll have a go at picking at the salad bar. So, surprising fact is, Kieran is a fussy eater.
She doesn't like the colour red.
Really?
Interesting, given that her affinity for, you know, a good Shiraz.
I guess that's probably a very deep colour, though, dark
That's true.
colour. So it's a bright red that she doesn't like.
Yeah.
Any particular reason, you know?
I think it was due to a trauma she suffered when she was a schoolgirl.
You had to go out there, didn't you?
She was nearly run over by a fire engine.
Do you know who I don't like? I don't like Madonna. But, having said that, maybe I would have Madonna to dinner.
Yeah.
Whether it be because you keep your enemies closer or not,
Yeah.
maybe not. But I think she's got a lot to say. And I think for somebody that you don't necessarily like, perhaps they could turn you around. A bit of a random one, but I'd go Madonna.
Yeah, okay.
You want to know what question I'd ask her first?
If you want it, yeah, volunteer that. Yeah, sure.
What question would I ask her? Maybe I would ask her, tell me why I don't like you. Even when back in the day when I would go and watch his band, I would look up to him and be inspired by him as a musician.
Her generosity. And her drive, her do it attitude, which, well, Lost and Found exists because of that. Her pursuit of being on stage exists because of that.
For someone that hasn't had the pleasure of experiencing vinyl, that I would get rid of anything past.
Past final.
Yep, I reckon. I love the look of a record. I hear they sound great.
They do.
I love the manual aspect of putting your record on. And I have, as a kid, played with a record player, and it was fun.
Auto-tune. I own the first Billy Ray Cyrus album.
and that's a pleasure?
And I like it.
No, I would love for Emma Stone to play My Life.
I would get Jerry Anderson to produce it.
Jerry Anderson.
Yeah, Thunderbirds.
Oh, of course.
Because,
You see yourself as a Thunderbird.
Virgil from the Thunderbirds, that's
Virgil.
me. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm coming, Mr. Tracy.